Play clock at 5. Pass is in.
I'm living in that 21st century, doing something mean to it. Do it better than anybody you ever seen. Do it, scream from the haters, got a nice ring to it. I guess every superhero need his theme music. No one man should have all that power. The clock's ticking, I just count the hours. Stop tripping, I'm tripping off the power.
That might send the Yankees to the World Series.
Welcome to the second episode of Rivalry Sports. Today we'll be discussing the Knicks and Celtics' recent wins and looking ahead to the playoff picture. So on Sunday, the Knicks beat the Cavs 107-98, led by Dante DiVincenzo's 28 points and 6 rebounds after Jalen Brunson got injured. Luke, what was your takeaway from the game?
It was a great game from the Knicks. Beating the second seed in the East without your best 4 players. Dante DiVincenzo plays great again. He's been shooting threes well all year, really, but extremely well since these guys have got hurt, OG Anunoby and Julius Randle, and now Brunson too. But yeah, so he's stepped up. You know, when players get hurt, other players have to step up, and it seems like he's stepped up really well and take that number one role. And then Josh Hart's played great. He had another triple double with 13 points, 19 rebounds, and 10 assists. And Deuce McBride has played really well. He played 47 minutes. Brunson played 1 minute and then got hurt, and Deuce McBride played the rest of the game. So you look at all these guys stepping up for the Knicks, and it's great. It's the Tom Thibodeau defense that keeps them in games, teaches them how to fight. They fight for every loose ball. And, I think if they get all their guys back, there's not much in their way. The Celtics are great, and, they're going to be favored against us. They should beat us, but besides that, there's no one else that's really that much better than us that I don't think we could beat at full strength.
Yeah, DiVincenzo, he just stepped up so well. He looks like a Klay Thompson out there with Brunson on the court. He's coming off all the down screens and pin downs, and he's just knocking them down. It really doesn't make sense to me how this guy could be like a role player for 5 years in the league and then just go to Tom Thibodeau, a defensive coach, and then just blossom into a great offensive player.
Yeah. The Knicks have been battling injuries. They've been without Mitchell Robinson, Julius Randle, and OG Anunoby down for most of the last month. And now with Brunson going down, that really hurts. So you hope Brunson comes back quickly, and then the other guys will start coming back sooner rather than later and see if they can make a run into the playoffs. So your Celtics, they just had a very big win over the Warriors, 140-88. What was your main takeaway from that game?
Well, that felt great, watching that on Sunday. Obviously, the Warriors have beat us all these years. They're the only thing that stood in our way in 2021 from winning the finals. And it's great to finally beat them. We choked a 17-point lead this season, earlier in the season against them, and that just really angered me. And to finally beat them the way that we did by 50, it just felt great. The defense was on full display. We ran, we switched everything in the first quarter, at least when their starters was in. Obviously, we were without Kristaps, so that made it a little easier to, switch because we don't have to worry about Kristaps being burnt on the perimeter as much as we do with Al Horford. But we just shot the lights out. I didn't really understand what Draymond Green was doing. Leaving Jaylen Brown open, that really did not make sense to me. He's one of the best, shooters in the league when off the catch like they were doing with him. But, that was really my takeaway. Perfect game from start to finish.
Yeah, as I said earlier in the show, as a Knicks fan, I'm scared to play the Celtics in any series. They're clearly the best team in the NBA right now. No one's beat them. At home, what's their record again at home?
20-3.
Yeah, it's just really good. They're the clear favorites for the NBA final. I don't think we've had this clear of a favorite going at this point in the season in a while. There looks like there's no one that could really beat them. I don't think there's any team like you could say should be better than them in a 7-game series.
Yeah, as a pessimistic Celtics fan, I'm not gonna assume anything. As we've seen, we were the favorite last year, and I think we were the favorite in 2022. But we still haven't won a championship. So until, the clock hits 0 and we're champions, I'm not going to bet any money on the Celtics winning it.
Yeah. I mean, but you used to have a lot of guys that it seems like at this point could go one-on-one, get a basket. Like Jason Tatum is one of the best players in the NBA. Jaylen Brown is really good. Second option, can score. Derek White's a great defender and can score. And then your big guys are okay.
Yeah, there's always a mismatch, especially with Porzingis. I mean, obviously coming over from Washington. Thank goodness Knicks traded him, but it was really just a great trade. I know I was very sad to lose our guy Marcus Smart, but it's worked out.
Yeah. So as a Celtic fan, and you said that you don't know how they're going to do in the playoffs, who are you most scared to play?
Oh, obviously Miami. I mean, there's one man that stands in front of us, and that's Jimmy Butler. Every year, it just seems like he puts his Superman cape on. It doesn't really matter what his hairstyle is, how he's playing, but he just always seems to, work his magic in the playoffs, and I really don't know how he does it every year. I don't know how the Heat do it every year. They look like garbage in the regular season at some times, but just once the clock hits April, it's like they're a whole new team.
Yeah, well, I don't really care who it is. I'm just hoping someone beats you guys in the playoffs.
Yeah, so as a Knicks fan, who do you not want to play most in the playoffs?
I mean, as I said before, it's Boston. Just the most complete team. I don't want to play Miami either. They knocked us out last year. And in the playoffs, you said they're really good. But Boston's the most complete team in the NBA. And I don't know who could beat them in the playoff series. So I really want to avoid them. But it's going to be hard if we want to go to the finals to avoid Boston, because I assume they're going to be, as far as we go into the Eastern Conference Finals or whatever, we're going to have to see them at some point.
Well, you're either going to have to see us or Miami, unfortunately, because Miami's like the 8th seed. They're going to see us first, probably, because they're going to win the play-in, because Jimmy's going to drop 40 somehow. And then they're going to play us, and then they're going to injure someone. They always seem to injure Kristaps.
I think they're actually more in the middle right now. I think they're the 4 or 5, actually.
That's good for us. I mean, I don't want to play Miami.
Yeah. So thanks for watching Rivalry Sports this week, and we'll see you next week.